So if you watch part one of this video, you may be one of those people who are very upset, very touched in an uncomfortable way about the things I said, that I spoke about in that video, right? I want you to take a look at a couple things. And this is the reason why I'm making a part two here, because this is important. Look at your argument for what it is. You are literally upholding the scaffolding of a story that you've been told by people who manipulate you. I don't care if you are into religion or you're into quote unquote science. What you're essentially doing is you're giving those people power. You're saying, yes, their stories are true. What they've told me is right, and I have to defend it because I've become personally identified with it. I've become identified with the scientific ideas I've been shared, manipulated or conditioned to believe, and the holy books, right? So you got to uphold that because you're personally identified with it, right? You don't know yourself without it. So you've got to save it. You got to protect it. It's a method. It's a set of words. They're symbols. They're things. They're objects. Your religion and your science. And look at what I'm trying to invite you to do. I'm asking you to set aside that which has been given to you, or better yet, forced upon you. And trust yourself. Go with your own experience. The language may be different. In fact, there may be no language to describe your experience until you create it. And even when you create that language to describe your experience, it will fall short of your experience because they're just symbols. They're just words. They will never capture the essence of what's happening in the inner, in your reality. Some of you will still be deaf to these words. They're so hard to absorb because you have no body. There's a body there of flesh, but you have no feeling. You have no emotion. You've become so stone cold and rigid because you've denied all the spontaneous feelings, all the spontaneous movement inside the body. You judge your erection. You judge your body. You're guilty about your body. You've been taught not to trust it, to look at it as if it's something ugly and nasty, bad, evil, sinful, or something that is just merely an object, a symbol, to be manipulated, something to fuck with. It's just pieces. I'm just flesh, right? That's all I am. That's all it is. Dangerous because now you've lost yourself. You've given yourself away. My invitation is to get yourself back. I want you to experience yourself. That's my message. That's my crusade. That's why I'm so fucking nuts about this shit. Because I want to invite you back to yourself. Set aside the stories, science and religion. Set aside the symbols. Go in. It's ugly, it's dark, it's dirty, cobwebs, nastiness, shit and erections. But it's yours, and it's the only thing you have. It's the only way you'll ever navigate this world, this life, in a resourceful fashion. I want you to become addicted to yourself, drunk with your experience, with yourself. Set aside just for a moment. You don't have to reject. You don't have to deny. You don't have to demonize. But set aside just for a moment your sciences and religions.